Hello, my name's Caroline Pike. I'm the Senior Learning Support Advisor at Liverpool Hope University. Just popped this presentation together for you to talk about disability support at Liverpool Hope University because you're not able to get in to see us. I'm sorry you can't see my face, but at least you can hear my voice. So in this presentation, these are the areas that I'm going to cover. So if you know what you're looking for, you can fast forward to the bit that you need. I am going to cover, am I eligible for support and what is classed as a disability? How to let us know about your disability? What support there is available for you to access? How you gather evidence of your disability and what you're going to need? What support is available through student finance, through disabled students' allowances, and what support you can get specifically through Liverpool Hope University. I'll finish off with next steps for you and also our contact details and how to get in touch with us. So to begin with, I thought it might be useful if we look at who is eligible for support and what is classed as a disability. So a disability under the Equality Act is a physical or mental impairment that has a substantial and long-term negative effect on your ability to do normal daily activities. So in this case, when we're looking at education, it covers specific learning differences such as dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, ADD, dysgraphia, any of those specific learning differences. It can be a sensory impairment, a visual or hearing impairment, a mental health difficulty, a mobility impairment, social communication difficulties such as autism, autistic spectrum conditions. It can be long-term medical conditions such as epilepsy, chronic fatigue, MS, cancer. Any of those things would be classed as a disability, and we want to make sure that we put the right levels of support in place for you to be able to access your course if you have one of those. So make sure you tell us about your disability as early as possible. Many of you will have done this on your UCAS application. If you have done that, we already will have allocated you a learning support member of the learning support team to contact you directly. So we've been contacting students directly. Please make sure that if you get those emails that you get back in touch with us and let us know what support you're going to require. You can also click on the live chat button today and chat with one of our advisors. Anytime before you start your course, you can email sdw@hope.ac.uk, and anytime during your studies, you can get in touch with us. So if you begin your course thinking that you feel that you can manage and that it's not a problem, it's not going to get in the way, that's absolutely fine. If at any point during your studies, you think that you may need to access some support, please do get in touch. So what support can you access? We at the Learning Support team can just make sure that you've got reasonable adjustments put in place in advance via a learning support plan. So what we would do is we would let your department know about your disability, how that affects your learning, what barriers there may be, and we ask them to make reasonable adjustments. A reasonable adjustment may be an exam access arrangement. It might be flexibility with deadlines, ability to record lectures, having things sent electronically, access to electronic textbooks, regular breaks in exams, not wishing to speak out in class, anything like that that's going to help you to feel comfortable. We also can help you to apply for government-funded disabled students' allowances. We can support you to get the right accessible accommodation, and we can support to coordinate any social care support you may have. You will need evidence of your disability, so you'll need to provide evidence to us at the university, and also if you want to apply for disabled students' allowances, you'll need that evidence for that. That can be a letter from your doctor or consultant, a full specific learning difference report by an educational psychologist or specialist teacher, or a DSA medical evidence form filled in by a medical practitioner. You can find these online at the DSA website, but you can get in touch with us and we'll send one on to you. So the support that's available through Disabled Students Allowance is divided into sections to help you with various costs. Most students would get access to a non-medical helper, which is a support worker. It might be a sighted guide or a sign language interpreter. More commonly, it would be access to a one-to-one study skills tutor on a weekly basis. That will be for students with specific learning difficulties, for example. That study skills tutor could help you to work on different things that you find difficult, help you to work out what you can use your software for, etc. For students with a mental health condition, you may get one-to-one access to a mentor on a weekly basis. There may be support with study-related travel costs. There will be support with specialist equipment. That's quite often a laptop. You do have to pay the first £200 towards it, but they will give you assistive technology if needed. That can be all sorts of things: planning software, spelling software, grammar software, software where you can speak your essay and it will type it up for you, note-taking software, etc. There will also be, for some students, a general allowance that might be used for printing costs, access to a printer, ergonomic seating, etc. The support that you can get through Liverpool Hope University are the learning support plans that I just discussed before, personal evacuation plans for any student who can't exit a building unaided, help with accessible accommodation. We also have peer mentors who can work with you on study skills and writing, academic writing. We have an early arrival for students with autistic spectrum conditions. That will be dependent on what's happening with COVID-19 and when term will start. We have weekly support groups for students with autistic spectrum conditions and specific learning difficulties. We have a mental health support team, a counselling team. The university may also be able to provide additional support which might not be provided by your DSAs. If you feel that your DSA support is not sufficient, we can talk about whether the university can give you access to further support. We also give support for international students who are not eligible for Disabled Students Allowance. So the next steps are, let us know about your disability if you haven't already done so. Send us your medical evidence. Apply for DSAs via your student finance website. Let us know if you require accessible accommodation, and let us know if you need a personal evacuation plan. You can contact us now by using the live chat button. You can also email us on sdw@hope.ac.uk at any time and we'll get back to you. Thank you.